Hello friends. So wrapping up this whole week on 0.25. So that's exciting. I am going to let you know about week 4. And I'm also going to share my thoughts how the whole month went for me and, just kind of talk it all out. But let's go ahead and just talk about week 4 and if that changed from week 3, because week 3 was a little wonk. And my fear was that week 4 would be the same until I tapered up to 0.50, which I did today. So week 4, it was not exactly the same, but it wasn't any different. She wasn't trying to stand out, by any means. She wasn't trying to be that different. All right, so let's talk about week 4. Day 23 and day 24, those were 2 days after my 4th injection. Those 2 days, I had the lowest energy I have ever had while starting Ozempic. I haven't really felt the lack or the fatigue or anything like that until those 2 days. Those 2 days, I just wanted to come home, go to sleep. I didn't want to do anything. I was just exhausted. And for no real apparent reason, I didn't feel I had any energy to offer anything. So all I wanted to do was sleep and be cozy. As far as snacking went, I was a little snacky. I could go either way. I could talk myself out of wanting a snack. And really, I'd rather sleep than snack. So snacking wasn't really an issue those 2 days. Day 25, I woke up so energized. I wanted to clean. I wanted to organize. I didn't have any cravings. I actually ended up going that whole day and not remembering to eat breakfast, not remembering to eat lunch. I was just go, 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 which felt really good for being down those 2 other days. Day 26, again, good energy. From there on out, my energy was really good and it stayed wonderful. But the difference is the cravings started to creep in. And that happened probably not yesterday, but the day before yesterday. Day before yesterday, I started noticing that I was snacking more than usual. And so I kind of had to kind of back up on that. And then yesterday it happened again. And I just got hungrier faster. I felt like I needed to take more snacks and drink more water. Like everything just felt like I needed more of it. And so that got me thinking. It kind of happened again last week, where it's like the closer it comes to injection day, the more your cravings start to creep back in. So I don't know if that's a normal thing, but for me it was, and that was kind of a bummer. But I went through it and dealt with it and tried my best to not fall into eating and snacking on bad things. If I was going to snack, it was going to be on something that was decent and still just trying to be real mindful of what I did decide to snack on. Also, I'm not trying to go super over the top and strict on what I eat. If I want to have some carbs, I'm going to have some carbs, because those strict diets, they don't really work for me. And I think I've explained in other videos how it's just a road I'm not going to go put myself down. So if I want to have rice, I will have rice. If I want to have a regular tortilla, I'm going to have a regular tortilla. I'm just going to be mindful of my portions. I'm going to be mindful of the limits. And also, what else did I take in that day? And is that going to be a good decision? So that was kind of this week, because I really didn't feel I had much of control over my cravings. It felt like it was very hit or miss. One day I would be fine and I wouldn't crave anything and I'd be on track. The next day I would be like, I want a snack. So it really, in a way, helped me to go for those right things and to be aware if I was gonna snack, that just make a good decision, girl. Don't go eating something that's gonna be crazy and then you're gonna hate yourself for that. So I think I did pretty good. You know, it wasn't bad considering the past 2 weeks have been just like that, have just been a test of what decision are you gonna make. So another thing that happened is yesterday, I started having some stomach cramps and I did not know why. They just kind of happened out of the blue and I was pretty uncomfortable. I wouldn't say it got me to the point where I was gonna like vomit or anything like that. It just felt uncomfortable in my tummy and like there was like a lot of pressure. Also, I had some issues in the TMI, and I am so sorry for this, but I had to go to the bathroom a little bit more frequently yesterday. So I don't know what was going on with my tummy, but today I feel fine. I don't have any issues there, but that was another thing that was kind of weird. So this week was very similar to last week. I didn't think that it was going to be any different because I feel like being on the same dose has just kind of already mellowed my body out in a way. So who really knows what's going to come up after this taper on 0.50. I'm very curious to see how my weeks start to change, and I'm hoping they change because the last two were just so wonkadoodle. All right, so let's get into what did I lose and my measurements, the fun stuff. Okay, so this week, I didn't think I was gonna lose anything, to be honest, because it just felt so weird. But I ended up losing 0.6 pounds. So, like looking at that, it's not that bad. I mean, it's not, you know, I gotta not be so hard on myself about that loss because really, overall, I lost a total of 5.6 pounds in 1 month. And for me, having PCOS, that's really difficult to do in general. So I'm proud of that 5.6 pounds and I'll take it. You know, it's okay. I think a lose is a lose on that one. So let's go into my measurements. That I've actually seen some difference here. So we go to last week, my waist was 42.25. This week is 42. Hips last week, 43. Hips this week, 43. My chest last week was 45.25. This week is 45. So it seems like I lost that quarter of an inch off of, you know, my little areas. And then my arms, they're kind of sitting happy at 12 right now. So they were 12 last week, they're 12 again this week. My neck is again 14.5, which, you know, I don't expect to have this like small, skinny little neck. That's not really like my goal is to be like, I really just want to fit into a turtleneck. It's not about that. So I'm not really worried about that. So those were overall what had happened. So it looks like for this month, I lost a total of 3 inches off my waist. Isn't that crazy? 3 inches off my waist. Wow. And then my hips, I lost 1.5 inches off. I lost 1.5 inches off my chest. I lost 1 inch off my arm. I lost 1/2 inch off my neck. So pretty good for a month. I mean, I'm just going to keep on going with it because, you know, it's a lot more than I would have lost on my own. So I think it's a win. A winner, winner, chicken dinner for me. And let's talk about what I think this whole month has been. Like, this whole month has been a little interesting. And I say this because I don't want anyone that's doing this to get discouraged. Anyone that has to take the medication and is like hoping for that little bit of weight loss, you know, don't be discouraged on it. It's just, this is what your body's doing to ramp up to even be able to take this medication. And from what I could tell, it's a pretty harsh medication to start. I think originally they weren't even tapering up anything, is what my doctor had said, that they weren't even really tapering. They created this tapering system because there were so many side effects that popped up. So to get people to be able to tolerate the medication, that's why they start you off at the lowest dosage. So being discouraged right now, it's just not even worth it. You know, it's more important to just stay the course, to stay within it, and know that if weight loss comes out of this initial start, that is a freaking bonus, because you're not really supposed to see those results right away. So, you know, don't let that stop you from moving forward with it. So all in all, I think it's a really good medication so far for me. I haven't noticed anything. The side effects, they do seem very minimal and very short-lived. So if I do have a headache, it's easily remedied with ibuprofen. If I have constipation, it's easily remedied with my drink that I shared with you. Just these little things that pop up, they're very short-lived and they just don't stick around. So that doesn't really bother me. So that is all I have for you today. And I will be going, I have to get ready. We are going to see some Christmas lights today. It's like the final hurrah. They're taking them all down. So I'm going to do a little vloggy vlog for you guys. And you'll get to see some Christmas lights. Funsies. All right. Bye-bye.